lots of characters here, right? It's kind of a drama. So it's kind of a drama. I exaggerate a lot. I try to find, it's not that I know how to play it, but I try to find what's possible. I want to get all the width of possible interpretations, and then I can scale back. So what helps me is that I don't play just by beat or bar by bar. I try to play a longer phrase, starting from the very beginning. That's what happened. Even here. See, that was a long phrase. I didn't go ta 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 ta. I do it today. Last time I might not feel that way. But I think it's right. Today. Today I think it's right. Because it's easy to play, it's easy to follow. After I play this one, then something happens. Tam pa 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 pa, those drums. It's a genre, we can say genre scene. Genre means either dance or celebration or lullaby or funeral or music dedicated to that event, to that circumstances, to those circumstances. We call it genre. These drums, tam pa 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 pa, this is certain, how to say, event which repeats in certain country. On the street, for example, the musicians play the drum and you can hear it from far away. And then, as I told you probably before, in this music we have thirds, fifths, and sixths. And this progression of intervals associated with traveling, and traveling associated with freedom, and freedom associated with space, not enclosed place, but open place. See how a chain of associations. So it should sound spacious. Echo. Why was it associated with traveling? Because the carriages, post carriages, had this sound. Like those little, I don't know, device which imitated trumpets or hunting horns. Also hunting horns. Hey, it's time to go hunting. And in the forest, when they tried to communicate, there was no cell phones. So they communicated through hunting horns, because they had to scare the animals and direct them to in a certain, point where the hunters were waiting. Cruel, but that was the practice of hunting. So in people's minds, this associated with lots of things, right? But not in an enclosed, not in a room. That's why so many sounds come from different places, so many colors. And Scarlatti ordered new harpsichords, actually, which had to sound like harp. Another one had to sound like strings. Another ones had to sound like oboe. He actually made blueprints how to build those harpsichords. He was amazing. He had about 200 harpsichords. They were all different. And he could allow himself, he could afford it because he didn't pay for it. Who paid? His boss, his patron, Maria Barbara, Queen of Spain. Enigma, very interesting figure in music history. So, but talking about longer phrase, you know, once you know the text very well, and you have to know very well, you don't go like. Nothing can be more boring than this. But build up like as if it was romantic music. Then you can scale back. See, he says, that was his first idea. And he continues this idea, he compares it with this one. It's like a poetry. Tam pa 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 pam pa 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 pam pa 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 pa. Remember we did it in Mendelssohn, Song Without Words. We made this poem. I think you made words for that Song Without Words, right? And then answer to this. He loves these dissonances. Remember how happy it was before? And how dramatic it is. So he uses really development, compositional technique, development of the sonata. Even though he called these sonatas exercizi, like exercises. But it's a real development. And he cannot finish the phrase. We are waiting for the cadence. We wait for something like this because this is cadential 6/4. Should be cadence. Instead, he writes D natural. So what does it mean? After cadential 6/4, he ruins everything. Instead, D sharp. No. And he comes to subdominant, not of C sharp minor, where we were before, but of F sharp minor. Now dominant. Dominant 7, now F sharp minor. We are here in F sharp minor, and then subdominant B minor. Again, cadential 6/4. So what are we waiting for? Instead, it's called disalternating. He disalternated. It was G sharp, now G natural. It was D sharp, D natural. This way he comes to the different key. He is so progressive in his harmonic thinking here, as basically composer of the end of 19th century. Can you imagine? It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing what he does here. rise. It's a chain of these transformations into the next key. So where are we here? It's a subdominant of B minor. Dominant 7 of B minor. Yes, we are in B minor. Subdominant. Cadential 6/4. Dominant 7. And we don't know if he will do again this alternating. No, he doesn't. He goes to B minor. We think it's B minor. But if it was B minor, it would be this. Subdominant would be minor. But see, this one doesn't have a third. We don't know if it's D sharp or D natural. We have no idea because this D is missing. It's only fifth, without a third of the chord. Oh, E major, subdominant, hooray! The danger is over. Far away, that bass. I love the color. Do you feel space? Huge space. You can see far away. Woo! What else I try to do today? I try to listen to the long notes longer, for longer time. So once I have a quarter or quarter tied with the next 8, I try to stay as long as I can hear the sound coming back to me from the piano. It determines my tempo rubato. You know, tempo rubato is a romantic term, but people played in a kind of free time in every period. Less in classical, I guess, but Baroque, yes. And then romantic music. Less in modern, beginning of 20th century. So what determines my rubato? What reasons I have? If I stay on the long note, I stay tiny bit longer than I think I should by the meter, by my beat. Tiny bit. I don't break the rhythm. At least I try. See, if the sound fades, if it's long, it gets softer. So I continue with the softer sound. And as a contrast, I come to this other part. So I play. And of course, second time I tried to do echo. Do you think it's interesting what I showed you? Do you get inspired? Are you getting gradually inspired by this? You know, during pandemics, it's very inspiring because we can travel. We can travel to Spain. We can travel to outside, to the nature, to the forests and fields. Really, your imagination really takes you, with the help of this music, takes you anywhere you want. What can we do? We cannot really travel now, but at least some surrogate of travel we can have. That's why it's inspiring me.